This fabulous house was the residence of the mine manager of Sons of Gwalia mine, and at one stage that was Herbert Hoover, and he went on to become one of the presidents of the USA. Petroni's guest house. Very flash accommodation in those days, I'm sure. Chisholm's cottage. Now this is a big house. Lounge, split level into the kitchen. The town site of Gwalia is a fantastic example of a ghost town. It's probably the most comprehensive ghost town in Western Australia. There's lots of houses, shops, the old hotel. I'm starting to get the feel for how tough life would have been living. Extreme heat in summer, very cold in winter. It would have been a really tough life, and the housing here is quite significant compared to some places where they would have had Hessian houses or even branches at best. Life would have been tough. Gwalia even had its own swimming pool, which wasn't built until 1942, so it's a newish pool right on the edge of a dirty great big hole, almost an infinity pool.
The cemeteries of Malcolm. We stopped at the town site of Malcolm and there was just absolutely nothing left of it, so we've come to one of the cemeteries. We've identified 6 proper grave sites with tombstones or headstones, but there's several plaques behind me that just represent where a body may lie nearby, and they haven't been able to identify the exact burial site. So there's about 19 in total here.
We're driving along the old Leonora to Laverton Road, and the road runs parallel to the old Leonora-Laverton railway line. And here we are at the remains of a fabulous old railway bridge. We are 3 k's south of Murrin Murrin townsite in the old cemetery. My GPS confirms we are within the cemetery reserve. There are 6 plaques in the approximate location of the original graves which are no longer visible. And the townsite of Murrin Murrin, there is not much there at all. apart from the old railway station adjacent to the railway track. Remains of a brick, possibly a chimney or corner of a building, and a few other miscellaneous items. Otherwise, doesn't appear to be a lot at Murrin Murrin. Our toasted sandwiches were so good the other day, and it's got cool again after 36 degrees yesterday. Toasted sandwiches again today. Oh yeah.
Ham and cheese.
Mount Morgan. Mount Morgan's townsite is located just west of Laverton. Gold was discovered here in 1896, and in its day it was a sizable town with 6 hotels and 4 general stores. It's right amongst mining activity now, and the only other structure that I have noticed so far is the old railway station platform. Mount Morgan Cemetery. This is a significant cemetery set on a small hill several k's out of town. There's a lot of graves, and unfortunately a lot are marked by a number plaque only. This is the old ghost town of Agnew. There was a hotel here until several years ago, but that's all gone now. The town didn't actually become known as Agnew until 1936, even though they were mining in the area around the 1900s. Across the road from the remains of the old ghost town of Agnew is the head frame and a 20-head battery relocated from a mine down the road near Lawlers. We're going to spend a couple of days in the nice town site of Sandstone, which lies between Leinster and Mount Magnet. We're going to have a look around the little town site, and then we're going to do the Heritage Trail. This is the site of the Sandstone Brewery, built in 1907 by an Irishman, Mr. Kearney. He made the beer up top and then put it into the cave that he made to keep the beer cool, to satisfy the thirsty townsfolk and miners. We're on top of the hill, and somehow the beer was made up here and then piped down this hole into the cellar where it was kept and cooled. And if we look up here, there's the hole.
Paynesville Cemetery, just a few lonely graves in here, all that left of a thriving little town that was back in the early 1900s. A classic little ghost town like all, sprung out quickly and disappeared just as fast.